What's going on, everybody? Hey, right now, powder coating here. Hey, we are doing a quick video for you newbies and maybe you guys that like to use your Eastwood dual voltage gun. We've got the gun sitting right back here, and I'm going to show you exactly why I keep that gun around when I have a Gema Opti Pro unit. And the main reason is quick color changes and simple parts. So today we're going to be doing some little signs that we just cut out on our brand new plasma table, which I am super excited about. We're going to be spraying 2 parts in red and 1 part in yellow. So we've got our handy dandy containers here of the 2 different colors. And right now we've got a green from our last project on the gun. So we're going to show you how quick and easy it is. This is all going to be in live time. It is to clean that gun out and then switch colors, powder coat, switch colors, powder coat. So we're going to do a live, well, it's not live, but a full video of it all. Don't mind my face here. I got in a fight with some concrete a little while ago, so I'm doing good, but my face just looks like it got taken out pretty bad. So stay tuned and let's get going on this project. Okay guys, so I'm going to do a lot of voiceover on this one just because I was kind of set back and didn't do a whole lot while I was recording live. Here I'm just kind of getting the booth ready. We've got the part hanging there on the wire. Right now I'm grabbing our ground strap, which is, well, it's a ground wire. It's attached to an 8-foot grounding rod that's in the floor down into the ground. And then here we are just hooking up the powder coating gun, getting the air set up, and then you push a button on it, and there I'm realizing that the air pressure was not turned up. Someone had knocked it down, turned it down. So got it turned up, powder shirt's coming out, and I realize it's not sticking for some reason. So we got to troubleshoot it and figure out why it's not sticking. So the first thing I check obviously is that I was pushing the button and that the unit is actually plugged in, which both were. I changed it to the high voltage level, and again you see nothing sticking. It's all just kind of going off into the booth. So I am super confused and not knowing exactly what's going on there. So I pull the plug out here, and that's when I see the issue. We had corrosion on the prongs. We work in a very acidic environment with the stripping chemicals that we use. So I've got to go get some sandpaper and get this corrosion off so that the gun will actually connect. So what you'll see is I'm going to walk away and I'm going to come back with some sandpaper. Okay, so here I am just cleaning up the terminals, scrubbing all the corrosion off and making sure we have a good connecting surface. Not much else to describe here. Alright, so I think we've got the problem fixed. We're going to go ahead and start spraying. And as you can see, it's attaching to the part very nicely. These guns do not have a ton of control as far as your air, so usually I try and keep the pressure pretty low. This is like 3 or 4 psi, and I'm only pulling the throttle part of the way, and it's going on pretty good. Yellow is kind of a difficult color to powder coat with because it doesn't always want to stick to the edges and some of the sharp edges, that is. It kind of wants to pull away, so you're going to see me put a ton of powder on this thing because I just want to make sure it's fully covered. Okay, here I'm taking the ground clip off, and that's to get total coverage on the part where that clip was hiding. And now with that part done, we've got to switch it out. We're going to clean out the gun and we're going to get it into our red color. And then I'm going to situate and get the cart ready to go, and we'll clean out the gun and clean off the wire. Now with the wire cleaned off and the ground cleaned off, what I like to do is clean off the top of the gun, the top of the bottle. You'll unscrew the bottle. I like to shake off the tube a little bit, and then we're going to blow off the atomizing tube and the pickup tube, as well as shove some air down the front of the gun, clean off the electrode, and then you'll see me blow air through both tubes again, and then up the air tube just to make sure everything's clear. When I do that air tube, I always pull the trigger like if the gun was operating. The next thing we'll do is we'll get the new color, take off the lid, we'll attach the bottle, set the lid to the side. That's what we're going to actually clean off and put on the yellow bottle. I kind of transfer the lids down to the last color that was on the gun. I don't recommend leaving your powders on the gun, but I usually leave the last color I sprayed on it until I use it again. So you'll see this red gun probably sitting in the background of my next video because it will still be there. So now the next thing we gotta do is roll in the rack of red parts that we're gonna coat, and once we're done coating those, we'll shove them into the oven. I'm gonna do a close-up, and I apologize, I'm not great at stepping away and moving the camera every time I need to, but we'll get a close-up of the chicken cutout for you guys to see how the powder goes on. With the Eastwood gun, it's pretty easy to apply the powder, just nice and easy. I keep my air pressure down as low as I can to actually have the powder come out and get a good charge. As you can see, we're just doing nice slow sweeps across the face-up. Now in the leg area, there's some stakes and there's some Faraday areas, so you'll see me kind of shake the powder around kind of aggressively, I guess you would say, trying to get it to work its way into those cracks. This gun doesn't have the best settings for amperage, so it's really hard sometimes to get it in there. If you're having trouble getting in certain areas, coat the back of the part and then come back around and see if somehow that powder got in there. That's exactly what happened on this item, so you just got to kind of be creative. There I am shaking it pretty violently just to make sure that the powder's getting back where it needs to be. guys, that's about all there is to that Eastwood gun. It's pretty simple and straightforward. As you saw, I had to clean up our terminals on the gun a little bit. It wasn't actually producing a charge, so our shop has a lot of acidic air in it just because of our acid we use. We built a room recently to help with that. We have an air purifier in there that's supposed to absorb a lot of that acid out of the air with a charcoal filter. But unfortunately, our terminals on that were pretty corroded. So I sanded them down and it worked fine. We've got all of our parts on the cart here. We're gonna go ahead and put them through the oven, and then we're gonna show you the finished product right after this. All right guys, so here are the finished pieces with the Eastwood dual voltage gun. These turned out amazing. It's gonna look really cool. We're gonna use some double-sided tape, put those together. This is actually for my mother-in-law. For some reason she likes chickens, but who am I to judge, so. Catch us on the next one. As always, give us that thumbs up if you got something out of this. Make sure to subscribe and hit that notification button. We'll catch you later. Are you trying to get in on this, or
I don't know what you're doing.
I'm taking a video
Of yourself?
Yeah. You keep watching this.
I thought